Why do we fall down? So we learn how to get up again.
What are you prattling on about there, Batman?
I'm talking about you not getting any buffalo nickels the last couple of hunts.
I think you've used that little cliched phrase way too much. But it would be nice to see one of these again. Let's get it started to see if we can actually do that. Hi, this is Silver Chupacabra, and we're back here again for another box hunt. More specifically, a nickel box hunt. We are looking for anything that's going to fill some holes, and let's go ahead and check those holes out. They're the usual suspects that we've had for quite a while now. Key date 1950D, semi-key 1950. What probably really is a semi-key date here at the 44S, just a silverware nickel. And then the rest are key dates, 38S and the 39D and S. Of course, I love any silverware nickel we can get, and I love any time we can get buffalo nickels. Haven't seen those for the last couple of hunts, and it'd be lovely to get back into it. Silverware nickel wise, we've had 6 finds in the last 2 hunts, so that's been pretty cool. Cannot complain one bit about that. Love to see a variety. That would be very, very cool. Why don't we go ahead and get started? We'll look at the enders here and see if there's anything that's very enticing. Okay, so here's the top end of that first box. Let's go ahead and go a little closer in there. Seeing a lot of the newer portraits. I'm not sure if you can necessarily call it a portrait, but definitely a lot of them in there. A little bit of elderly there. I wouldn't call it too much. There's a 2004, actually a couple of 2004s there in a row. These definitely are not the newer portraits. These are more 80s, 90s. Got a lot of detail in the hair. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of age there, to be honest. Very interesting. So, looks pretty new, at least up on the top stage there. But, of course, what's important is what's inside. And that's where we're going to find all our finds. Got to keep that good optimism up. So, let's go ahead and get to it by opening that one up. Definitely has a 90s, 2000s head to it. Let's go ahead and take a look. To roll 5 of this first box of the current hunt. Let's say about midway through. And we've got, if I can find it, it's like a 1941. Pretty worn. It's probably a filly. Yeah, I would say it's still a filly. But you never know. Pretty common in any other mints. And it is filly. Cool, but first find. Nice 83-year-old coin. Let's go ahead and check out the rest, and I'll bring you back in if something pops on roll 8. And I think we have our second old Jefferson find. Or let's just say, if this is not old, I don't know what one would be. So you can see it for yourself. I mean, that's just got a lot of wear to it. Let's do a slower review. We'll just do it in the pocket here. It is going to be 40s, probably going to be 40 or 41, I would suspect. There it is, 41. We already have a 41 out of Philly. Will this be the second one? Oh man, there's a lot of wear on that side too. Philly again? That makes sense. It's most common of the 41s, and it's got the most wear to it. Okay. Oops, sorry. Still on roll 8. That's where I should have started. And now we've got the oldest Jefferson that we found so far. 1940. Here's got some detail there. I might be seeing a mint mark on this one. All the mints from 1940 are pretty common, but this one's got a little detail. I would think DRS, but could be surprised. Philly again. So far, it's been a Philly day. So we are on roll 10 of this first box of the current nickel box set. If you remember, I put up a Buffalo Nickel catalog collection book up there just to kind of get the juices going to, push that karma train. And darned if we don't have the karma train. Take a look, folks. That is indeed a Buffalo Nickel. And I don't know, I'm going to doubt if we're going to get a date on this because it looks very well worn, but we're going to pull her out, see what we got. Yeehaw! There is a little, I think there's a little bit of a date there, but I'm not sure if I could read that. You can see that the rim is wearing into the field itself a little bit, not tons. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back, which is the reverse. I do not see a mint mark there. I think it's pretty clear that it's there, but you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at under the scope and see if we can figure it out. And if we can't, well, Nicodate, here we come. Okay, so here's the Buffalo Nickel under the scope. It's nothing there. I can't even see anything. I can imagine some numbers being there. I mean, I almost kind of see a 3. Think about your finger as an underline there. It almost looks like there's a 3 above that. There is no way that the 3 on a Buffalo Nickel looks like that. That ain't happening. Let's go ahead and check the back just in case. I think we don't have a mint mark easily on this. It's not even a thing. And I would say that pretty much well confirms it. So, gonna go to the Nicodate. Okay, so now with the Nicodating, yes, of course, we've got 19 there, obviously. It's hard to see. In fact, I can see it better with a naked eye than I can with a close-up. That's why I don't have the zoom really on the camera here. That's F1 and a 4 there, 1914, Philadelphia. A little over 20 million made. That is my oldest Buffalo Nickel find to date. Very, very awesome. Roll 11. This will be the 5th find of this first box of the current hunt. And we have our first 50s. Find, 1959. Remember the 59, 58, 57, 56. I'll show the first coin found. And after that, I'll just let you know that another one has come in. This one actually has pretty decent detail. Not spectacular, but pretty decent. Most likely a D. And there it is. 1959 out of Denver. To roll 12. We might have our 6th find of the box. Not quite sure yet, but yeah, it's looking pretty old. A lot of wear there. It's just a patina. It also kind of plays that up a little bit too. Let's just go ahead and slowly roll the coin in the roll itself. Is that a 3? It is a 3. Wow. 39. which I really wasn't expecting in 1939 out of this, but that's cool. It's just, it's got a little bit of hair detail and whatnot. A D or an S are hole fillers for me. But as you know, 38, 39, which Philly are very common, are usually the ones that are most worn. With those key dates, you're usually hoping for a mistake, meaning somebody's collection got lost in the circulation. Will it be? Still cool. Someone's not having a problem with the old ones here, so 39. It's nice with that buffalo nickel up there. So that was the sixth find. I still have the whole roll to look at. Okay, roll 15 is up to bat. Just real quick, did have another 59D pop in, so we have 7 finds. I actually think we have number 8 up here. There's a few prospects in here, old-wise. But that one kind of popped out. That's got tons of wear on it. I'd be very surprised if this isn't lower 40s into the 30s. So let's find out. It will be in the 40s. 41 or 40. 41 will be. I've had 2 already in Philadelphia form. I'm not sure if this is going to change. This is pretty worn. And it will not. So that's 341 Phillies. Still on roll 15, as I'd said. There's quite a few good-looking coins in here. Nope, not the 1960. We've got a 1954 up top here. And as you know, I'm infamous for getting lots of 1954 Denvers. I think I've found in my lifetime at least half of the mintage. Will it be 54D? Oh! Philadelphia is ruling the day on these coins so far. I mean, even the Buffalo nickel was a 54 Philly, so it was the 39. Well, roll 17. And we have our 10th find of the box. It's a whole lot of finds in 17 rolls. Got 1940. And I'd say this one has got a fair amount of detail in the hair. Let's see if we finally have a mint mark. So far, 40 and 41s, they've been all Phillies. Nope. Fill it is again. Notice that there's a 60 right next door to it, and check this out. Normally I wouldn't be showing this, but this baby looks nice. 64. Let's turn her over to see if it's got any steps on it. I would say that has quite a few steps. It does have a ding in the middle there, which kind of ruins the effect, but that actually has a lot of steps on it. And there is no mint mark. That's kind of unfortunate. I'm going to keep that around and check it out later, but very, very cool. Still a little bit left. So on to roll 18. And I believe this is the 11th find, unless my count has went a little bit off kilter. 1954. Had one that was a Philly earlier. We're used to getting D's for Denver here, so I'm expecting this to be more Denver-like. There you are. Denver it is. Go. A little bit more than half to check out. Hey, on to roll 19, if you can see that. And I noticed something pretty early in the roll there. You can see it. We know it's a 1942. And it's very dark. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to be getting here. 1942 has 2 types of coins. It has a Type 1, which is regular nickel. And it has a Type 2, which is where they started putting silver into the nickels. This is a hard call for me on this one. I'm not even sure if I would say the rim isn't telling me any story either. If I had my druthers, I would say that this is going to be a Type 1, not silver. But I would not be surprised if it was silver. If it is silver, it's going to have that big mint mark up on top. And it is not, so it isn't a Type 1. And it's a Denver, too. Cool. So, unfortunately, not silver on that one, but pretty darn close. And on to roll 20. And we have a 1958 popping up. Pretty sure it's a 5 there, not a 3. Go ahead and pull it out. Check it. Sure is. 1958. Probably going to be a Denver. No real big reason to slow roll that. Well, Denver. Cool. That is fine. 13 in the first 20 rolls. Amazing. Roll 21 of this first box of the current nickel box hunt. We've got another find. You know, a lot of common dates are coming out of this, but 15 finds and 21 rolls. It's hitting a pretty good rate there. Another 1940. We've had a couple of these. I do believe the first ones were Philly, and I think I just showed that one as being a Philly as well. Yeah, a lot of Phillies coming out of this one. Still have. So we're on roll 22 of this first box of the current hunt. It almost seems like we're stopping at every roll now. Look at what we got sticking out of the roll. 1942. And this does not look like it's a Silver War nickel. I think it's going to be another Type 1, the ones that were made early on in 42. It does not have any looking, it just doesn't look like a Silver War nickel. We had a 42D earlier that looked like kind of like a Silver War nickel, but was not. As you can see, nothing there and nothing there. So I actually found the mint cycle for 42. There they are. Roll 23. We're about midway through this roll. And as I said in the last roll, it seems like we're stopping every roll now. We have, I believe, 16 finds right now. We don't know about this one yet. This one right here. I left it on the reverse because it's got plenty of wear on it, that's for sure. It's got a D off to the right. Could be a 64 for all I know, but this kind of wear, this kind of patina usually means it's got age to it. And if you look at the portrait, that's just more wear to it. I've had some boxes when we're done with just a full box that haven't got to 16 finds. We're not even halfway yet, just a little bit short. Let's see what year this is going to be. This is going to be number 17. Darn well is 1940. Is it a 6? Yes, it is. 1946, Denver. Very cool. Take a look at the finds here. I really haven't shown this a whole lot. Everything seems to be out in the perimeters. You got the early 40s. You got kind of the late 50s here, and then I've had a couple of 54s. Well, gee, look at this. We finally have I'm putting the 46 by the 42 because I usually put Silver War nickels up top here. Had a 39, and then we had that Buffalo nickel as well. But find number 17. Halfway through, and I'm going to leave this on because I believe there was another one right here. This one had a little bit of the look too, but Yeah, it still might be. Let's go ahead and just do it right in situ, i.e. it's going to go right from the roll itself. It's another 40, 47. Very cool. 46D on the one. This is 47. No semi-key dates or key dates, but getting just a whole variety. This is going to be number 18 in the fines. So once it got some detail to it, I'm thinking it's got a mint mark. And it did not. Wow. Very interesting. Another filly. In a filly that actually has some detail to it. Cool. Well, roll 25 halfway through the box. And fine number 20. Wow. This is just amazing. And yes, there are a lot of commons here. It'd be nice to actually find another quality find like a buffalo nickel or a 39, but another 41. I believe all the 41s we have found so far are Philadelphia, but man, that has got a lot of detail to it. You can see a lot of window shade there, folks. Should be a mint mark. And there you go, D. 1941 out of Denver. Very cool. Look at that front again. Thought actually that one was going to be another find. Look at the wear on that one. 65. Very cool. Still on a roll 25 on the 21st find of this box. Is right there. It's another 42. And I'm also doubting this is going to be silver or nickel. I don't see anything that's showing me silver or nickel on this side at least. I don't see much happening there on the rim either. Let's go ahead and do a reveal, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be type 1. And it is. And no mint mark on that. It'll be Philly. Wow. I just can't say enough of how easily this is the most I've ever seen in half a box. A lot of times, like I've said before, there's 21 finds here, and I don't get 21 as a whole box. So hopefully it stays this way. It could just turn into a big nothing here, nothing burger at the back end of those, but a lot left. And Batman's running out of room there. Roll 26. We're just stopping at every roll. It's just the way it is. This one is peeking through. It's going to be 40s. You can see the wear on it. 40. It looks like 49 to me. Go. 1949. The 49S would be a semi-key date, folks. And I would say that's got a lot of wear there, but you never know. It's got a lot of wear in the back, too. No, it'll be Philadelphia. Very cool. Fun. Lots of finds here. That's 22, I believe. And, folks, I kid you not. Take a look. There's a 39 down here. Second year Jefferson nickel. This will be the second of this hunt. I mean, it's got wear, but it's got a little bit of detail to it. Let's see what the back or the reverse looks like. I would say it's got a lot of wear. Most probably Philly, but man, it would be so awesome if there was a mint mark there. Either one would be welcome. Ah, man, I'm just never going to get to any 39s with mint marks. Still a cool find. To roll 28 of this first box of the current hunt. We took one roll off, and we're back with another find. 1947. We've had one of those show up. in this box so far. This one's got a lot of detail to it. Hair's in good condition. Definite mint mark status. There are no key dates or semi-key dates for this. But an S would be nice. No, it's actually going to be a filly. Kind of wondering if that might be an upgrader, but we'll have to see. Okay, we are on to the 21st roll. So once again, it skipped a roll here. The fact is, I don't even know if I have a find here yet, but I kind of left it in the roll here because you can see this one is a little bit suspect color-wise. So I thought we'd do a live check here. Could be nothing, by the way. But it is sticking out like a sore thumb. So I'm thinking maybe silver or nickel. I don't know. We will find out. Oh my God, it's not even a silver or nickel. It's another buffalo nickel. Unbelievable. Check it out. And we do have a mint mark there too. Let's get a little closer. It's got a Denver mint mark. So in somewhat decent condition, other than a little bit of, almost looks like a partial ring of death there on the left. I was thinking silver or nickel all the way. I'm not sure why. And you notice how that's, yeah, it's kind of rounded on the rim there too. The older ones get worn so much that it gets rounded on the rim as well. Well, so now we're probably going to be in the 30s, but we'll have to find out. Oh, I forgot what award. I forgot it. This is a buffalo nickel, not a Jefferson. If we have a date, that would be very cool. Looks like we got something there. Look at that, 19. Oh, it's in the 30s, which makes sense. 1936D, Denver. Not sure what that is on the Buffalo Nickel's head, but very cool, very, very cool. I need to do a little bit of warm water on there. Maybe clean that just a little bit. But anyway, total surprise find. Thinking there's a Civil War nickel, and it's actually a Buffalo nickel. Wow. Roll 32 of this box set. And once again, we have another find. We're in the 26-27 range now. I'll have to do a recount here pretty soon. The only reason I know that this is a find is because that's an S on the back end. So it has to be something that's 54 or older. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. It'd be nice if this was a 39 or 38 S. Ooh, we're in the 50s. So 51S would be a semi-key date, and that is not a 51S. 54S, though. That's cool. We actually might have the... I can't remember here, but I'm just going to check it real quick. Sorry. We got an S. We got a Philly and a D. Yep. We've got the mint cycle for 54. For 42 and 54 so far. We're on roll 33. Quite a find, yeah, but I just pulled this, I think it was the second coin out of the roll. Take a look at that. Yeah, it's a 67, but man, that thing is shiny. Roll 34, find 27. It just keeps on rolling. Pretty cool. 1946. It was popped up, I would say, near the back end of this roll. Philadelphia it is. Interesting on that. There actually is, let's just, while we're here, kind of thought this one has a chance. It does have a mint mark. Could be a 64 too. It's got a little more meat to it. Let's see what we got. Up 63 instead of a 64. Oh well, a little bit of a fail there, but okay. Roll 36. I believe this is fine 28 of this box. The 1940 has shown up. I do not believe we have anything in the 40s that is not just Philadelphia. This one is pretty dirty and worn too. I'm going to kill this as Philly as well. And it is. On to roll 40. And shocker among shockers, it's been about 2 or 3 rolls since we have had anything. Just found a 59D, and I didn't bother videoing that, but we do have another one in the same roll, 40. 1952. Starting to fill up that inside stretch of this nickel box hunt. There are no key dates or semi-key dates. It's in decent shape, except for the schmooze right on his hair there. You reverse, decent detail on Monticello. Kind of expecting a mint mark here, but that will be a no. There we go, 1952, Philadelphia. Phil Baines going on to the back end of this roll. On to roll 41. And we just picked up 2 more. This box is just fantabulous. I'm going to be very sad when it ends. These are fines 31 and 32. I don't think I've ever had anything up that high just in a box. 54s, I've had them all. I've already had the cycle for 54. I'm just going to go right to it here. I believe that is a D. Looks like one. And we've got the 48, which a lot of wear there, but it does have a semi-key date S, San Francisco. But I'm going to say no to that because just a lot of wear. And yep, Philadelphia it is. I'll put the 48, 54 away. I still have the rest of the roll to look at. So, same roll 41, and we've got another 1942. This is going to be the 4th one. And they've all been type 1s, and I don't see why this would not be a type 1 as well. It does not look silverish to me. Probably going to be a Philly, but we'll play the game here. Yep, I didn't think so. It's another Denver. So we've had 2 42 Phillies and 42 Denvers type 1. I'm lucky if I get a 42, just a 42 in 3 box hunts. I have no idea what's going on here. So we got 7 rolls left. We're on roll 43 of this first box of this current hunt. All right, there we go again. So I've got another roll stacked up here again. And we got another one of these. Well, another one of these coins that are just sticking out here. I actually have already looked at it. I don't know what the date is. I don't know if there's a mint mark. But, once again, I'm sitting here thinking, well, look, I mean, you can see the roundedness of the rim itself. So it actually has an old appearance just by looking at the rim. But the thing is, it's not going to be a silver or nickel. This is going to be the 3rd. You can see it. 3rd Buffalo nickel of this hunt. Unbelievable. This one actually looks like it has some good detail. No mint mark on this. This one's in good shape. Probably in the 30s, but I do not care. Let's turn her over. Let's see if it's got, I'd say it's got a little bit of detail there too. A little wear on the rim, but the rims were always a little bit suspect. We do have a date, 19. Is it a 2 or a 3. It is a 2, so it's going to be in the 20s. Yes. 1924. 1924 out of Philadelphia. Enough of a date there to see. There's a bit of wear there, but looking pretty good there. It is not the 2 feathers variety. You can see 3 feathers there. The third one is on the other side there. You can see just a little bit of it right there. If that was gone, could be a variety. Anyway, third buffalo nickel of this hunt, number 34 in fines. Unbelievable. Plus, I still have the whole roll to look at. Yeah, we got 6 rolls left. We just had a buffalo nickel in the last roll, and I'm flabbergasted at this point. Just spread the roll out and look at that. This is going to be the 4th buffalo nickel. I'm beginning to wonder if this is a somewhat of a collection dump, because there's so many fines, 59 and older out of here. But look at her. It's another Philadelphia. It's got all of its limbs. The horn's a little bit worn in there, so there's a little bit of wear there, although the rim is pretty much well intact. Cool. I guess the question will be, will this have a date? This one definitely has a little bit more, I don't know, damage or wear in the front. Do we have a date? Looks like we kind of do. We do have a date. 1928, Philadelphia. Unbelievable. 1928. I'm not sure if that's schmooze or what on there. I was just thinking about putting it in some hot water, but I know I said 8, but that could be a 6 too. We'll eventually figure that out. I'm not going to put it under the scope now, but wow. I actually decided to put it under the scope now. This is going to be 1926. The open area there of the 8 would be actually smaller than the lower portion of the opening. This one has a much larger opening, so that's why I know that's a 6 and not an 8 there. So it's just that the upper part of the 6 is worn into the nickel itself. It's outstanding. So we're on to that next roll, 45. No buffalo nickel this time. I think it was asking too much for 3 rolls in a row. Anyway, we do have a fine. This will be fine 36, I believe, of this nickel box hunt. And it's only been one nickel box. We got a 1946 laying out there. We do have a couple other ones. I think they've both been Philly. This one is pretty worn, but I like the tone on it. Patina. Another Philadelphia. Roll 46 of this nickel box hunt. And here's another find. It's 46 again. This will be the 4th one, I believe. This one has decent detail. Could be something of a D or an S variety, but we'll see. Mint mark, sorry. It's Philadelphia, yeah. It's a pretty strong nickel here. I mean, it's hefty, so very cool. A little bit more. Roll 47. Got 3 left. We actually have something different. It's a foreign coin. And I've actually found these before, or one of them at least. I think I've actually found 2. This is a Swiss Rappen, 20 Rappen to be more exact. It's in pretty good condition. It's 1995. I guess it really shouldn't be in horrible condition, but it looks like I went the wrong way on that one. But there's the 20 with the wreath of flowers around it. Not a whole lot of lettering to this coin, that's for sure. Looks like there's a little bit of gum there on the right side, I do not think this is... Yeah, I think this wasn't the aluminum one, but that one had the bridge. But still, very cool. You know, I love finding foreign coins. Nice find there. Still on roll 47, and this is the 38th find of this first box. 1948. I've had a couple of 48s. The 48S is a semi-key date. That's a lot of wear there, to be honest. A little more detail, but even that's even worn. I would not suspect this to be San Francisco, but you never know. Oh my gosh, it is. Semi-key date, 1948. Didn't really think that would be coming out of this, but very, very cool find. Roll 48. Psych. The coins took a roll off. That's actually kind of nice. So one roll left. We're on roll 49. Actually took a roll off. Wasn't that nice? I guess it was trying to lead up to something here. I don't even know if this is even a find yet, but folks, this has the same look as the other Buffalo nickels right here. It's got that rounded rim because it's worn. Let's find out. I cannot believe it. You can see him right there. Yep. Unbelievable. I'm actually going to show the other side first. This is Buffalo nickel number 5 of this box. A little bit scratched up, but the wear is there, but it's not bad. Another Philly. Let's go ahead and turn her over. Or him over, however you want to play it. Interesting wear on the Liberty. That rim is really kicking in there. Makes me wonder if we'll have a legible date, but hey, look at that. Right there. We've been doing pretty good on the dates. It's another 20s. Man, if we could have got some mint marks, this would have been massive. 1920 straight up, folks. No doubt about that. 1920 Philadelphia. The 5th Buffalo nickel find of this box. Easily my best box ever. Okay, so we are actually finished with that box. Easily the best box I've ever went through when it comes to quality of finds and quantity. 39 total finds. You know, and a lot of commons here. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's a lot of common finds in here. Definitely. But just the quantity of it was very cool. You know, a couple 39s there. There are all the Buffalo nickels from this hunt. 5 of them. One semi-key date 48S. Actually had a foreign Swiss Rappen, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I could be butchering that. Usually that happens. It's a 20 Rappen, by the way. I haven't even actually talked. That isn't actually probably the one. Is this the one? No, this is the one. That's a 64, and there is a lot of doubling on there. I want to show that at the end of the complete hunt. And I've already asked myself a question. Do I really want to go farther on this? Should I just keep it to 1? All I'm going to do is show the ones that have not shown up yet. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the top end of that second box. So here is the second box, the top enders. Let's take a trip through them. Did notice this earlier. It's a hard one to tell. What is that? That is number 7 in rolls, so we'll get to that pretty quick. But that, whatever, that might be one of the newer portraits. It's hard to tell, though. But right away, I see some, I'm seeing some portraits that are good. I'm also seeing a lot of the 2005s. Could be the one with the buffalo on the reverse, and maybe it isn't. Some newer ones. Looks like a couple of old ones there. That one looks pretty cool. Da-da-da. Some newer Monticellos. Nothing of age. I would actually say that looks better than the first box when it comes to the enders. Of course, will you be better than the first box when it comes with what's inside? That would be a test. Now, on to roll 6 of this second box of the current hunt. I've come across a couple of 54s so far, but I did not show them because they're pretty common finds. Sorry, I didn't quite find that there. We got a 42 that's come up here. The type 1s can be pretty common, especially when we've had, 4 of those today? 2 Denvers and 2 Phillies. I don't know. I think this has potential here. Let's see. Ooh, that's a fat rim on it. Wow. That's interesting in itself. Could we have a silver war nickel? Man, that's in good condition, too. I didn't say anything about the front, but there it is. It is a silver war nickel. 1942 S, Type 2. It has an awesome condition. I mean, that thing is barely circulated. I didn't think the front was... I guess I'd take it back. And that front has got great detail. 42s usually show up pretty warm, but this is a cool find. Yeah, just going to do a quick 10-roll recap since I'm not showing all the finds here. This one came up at the very end. It's 46 Philly. I've had quite a few of those, actually. I think this is the 4th one. Anyway, 5 coins found. 3 of them were 54 Denvers. This one, and then that great silver ward nickel find, 42S. Pretty cool. Okay, roll 11. And one of the enders that was talking about earlier about chances is kind of coming there. Cool, 48. Yes, we found some 48s, but the chances could be a D for Denver for the cycle would be very cool. And if it's an S for the second 48S key date, that would even be cooler. Pretty decent shape. Same thing with Monticello there. I'm thinking the D is going to show up here. It is not. Oh, well, it's a nice 48 Philly, that's for sure. Onward we go. On to roll 13 of this second box of the current hunt. And as I said, I would not bring us in unless something comes up that we have not seen. Can anybody tell what the heck that is? What if I brought this down just a little bit more? Can you believe this? It's another buffalo nickel, but this is another box. We had 5 in the first box. The second box has no affiliation to the first box. There it is, folks. Very, very cool. I cannot believe my luck at this point. No mint mark on that. Let's see if the front side has got something for us, man. It's looking pretty dirty, but I do see somewhat of a date. It's going to be in the 20s. Hey, there's our 1928, because we thought a 26 was a 28 earlier. I do believe there is a smaller opening on the top of that 8 than the bottom. That is a 1928. Wow. Can't believe it. You've already had 2 great finds in this box as well. First box was already outstanding. Yikes. Same roll 13, and we've got a date we have not seen. I said I would bring us in if we did, even if they're common dates. I said I'd bring them in. There's a 1956. It's the first one we've had. And it's actually going to be a Philadelphia. Nice. I would say we still have about half the roll here. Okay, so we've been through 20 rolls. Of course, the standouts have been the Buffalo nickel and the Civil War nickel from the second box. Did just find a 1940D. You can see all the green gook on it. There, I believe at this point, we've either got 8 or 9 finds out of this box, which is, it's about average. And it isn't going to nowhere did I think it was going to rival the first box, so continue on, get to that third row. Roll 22 of the second box of the current hunt, and found one that we have not seen date-wise yet, so I thought I'd show it. It's a 1953. I would say in pretty darn good condition, too. Hair's got most of its detail on there. There are no semi-key or key dates. Back is a little bit dirtier, but the details are there. Expecting mint marks on this one. Wow. That's a Philly. So, wrong on that one again, Jeff. We still have a little bit left in this roll. Might bring it back. Roll 26 of this second box of the current box hunt. And another coin has come up with a date we have not seen yet, 1955. And if it is the Philadelphia variety of 55, it will be a semi-key date. We've already had, a Civil War nickel and a Buffalo out of this one. That would be another cool quality coin. Yeah, the details are all right. Well, let's see. It is a Denver. It's all right. You can see that'll fill the 55 void. We were missing a 51, a 50, and a 49. Yeah, and some Civil War nickels too, but date-wise, the regulars are in there. Still have a little. As you can see, we're past halfway on roll 29. And I'm bringing you in here for that one. It's a 42. And believe me, what have I think I found, or we've come up with 42 type 1s today. And then there was the Silver War nickel. It was a 42. I believe it was 42. This could be silver, although, I don't know, it just doesn't look like it either. Plenty worn. It kind of shouts silver to me. No, it's not going to be. And it's a Philadelphia. That is 3 of them. Just very, very interesting. Anyway, cool find. Lots of 42s, most I've ever found in a box hunt. By the way, 41S, I believe, did show up. So that is the third mint cycle that we've had for this box. Okay, so quick check-in after the third row of rolls. I'm trying to pronounce that because I sometimes don't do that very good job with that. We have 12 finds, which is basically about average, which is cool. Continue on to roll 35. Just a kind of a quick look here. This might be a semi-key date. We've already had a 55D in there, but you never know. Probably too worn for it, but we'll find out. I cannot tell. I do believe that's a mint mark. Yep, it sure is. It's a D. Cool. So, after 40 rolls here, this is a fourth roll check-in here. We are up to 16 finds, which is basically average. The later half of this box has turned into a lot of commons, but still, cool quantity. The quality's kind of left the building, but you know what? After what I've gotten in this box hunt, there will be very little complaining about anything. Except we're not filling any holes. Oh, sorry. Just, by the way, just got another 46. Philly. Got, what, 6 of those now. It may not be all Phillies, but I'm just saying, a lot of Phillies there. Onward we go on to roll 41. Okay, on to roll 45 of the second box of the current hunt. And I didn't see it on the original roll, but as I was kicking, we were checking some of the new ones out. Take a look, folks. And you can see the mint mark right down there. It is a big, gigantic P for Philadelphia. This is a Silver War nickel. I don't believe the rim really told any story that I know. I won't say. Yeah, it really doesn't stick out at all. But there you are. Very cool. Now all we need to do is check out to see what the date is. See if we can do a soft reveal here. That looks more like a Silver War nickel in the front, by the way, just tone-wise. 19. We know it's in the 40s and why we're all. If it says 47, we got problems. 43. Well, we had a 42S earlier in this box, and now we've got our second war nickel of the hunt and this box. 1943 out of Philadelphia. Love finding the silver. So that is the end of our current box set. I can't remember which number this is. 12 could be for the year, by the way. We had a total of 57 finds. See if I can get them all in the one picture here. 57 Jefferson finds. I should make that. Well, that does include Buffalo nickels too. 57 old coins. Let's go with that one. 38 with that great, awesome first box. And the second box, you know what? While it may have gotten 19, which is half that of the first box, we got 3 quality finds. Cannot say no to that whatsoever. Or I can't get mad at that, as Rob would say. Let's go ahead and check it out. 1940 is where we start. We'll start on this row here, as the usual, Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. Got 4 1940 Phillies and a 40D. We did get the cycle on the 41s, as you can see. There's the P's, the D's, and the San Franciscos. 42 Type 1s. I cannot believe we got 5 of these. Just amazing. 3 Phillies and 2 Denvers. 46s. Well, I'm going to have a lot to check on Henning-wise, I'll tell you that. That is 7 46 Phillies. 1 Denver. Got a couple 47s. Once again, I'll get the check for Hennings there too. Both Phillies. Got a couple of 48 Phillies. I'm taking it, I did recognize this as a 49. It's kind of got put with the 48s. And the only reason I put that out there is because the other ones we're missing here year-wise are 50 and 51. Of course, 50. 52 Philly, 53 Philly. We did get the cycle for 54. There are the Phillies, the Denvers, and the San Francisco one. A couple of 55Ds. 56 Philly, got 57D, 58D, so not a whole lot of those. And then 159 Philly, and then about 3 of the 59 Denvers. Here are the big finds, and I know 39s are common, but I still count them as big finds. We got a couple out of Philly right there. Then look at this Stampede. Go one by one. 1914 Philly. 1920 also Philly. These are mostly Philly, by the way. 24 Philly. Sorry about the shadow there, folks. 26 Philly, which we figured out was a 26 because of the opening on the top side of the 6. And here's actually a good comparison. See how small that top opening is on the 8? That's a 1928. And then we got a 36 out of Denver. We're going to just do a quick turnover on these. So only one with a mint mark there. Look at that. Full-fledged Stampede. Very, very cool. Couple of, in the second box, a couple of Civil War nickels. We got a 43 Philadelphia, I believe this is. Nope, sorry, that was a San Francisco. No, it's Philadelphia. And then 42 San Francisco. I can't remember if that really nice one I got, that PCGS rejected, was a 42S as well. But this is in great condition. I would say this is near AU, maybe probably XF at best. But look at the detail on that. Very, very nice. Looks like this came out of somebody's collection. Then a semi-key date, 1948S. There's your S right there. We got a 1995 Swiss Rapin, or Rapin, however we're pronouncing that. If you're Swiss, comment in the comment section how badly I'm mangling the word. This one I have not shown you yet, but this is a 64 in really nice condition, by the way. But I'm going to tell you, there is massive amounts of doubling on this, which I will show during the variety section. I think it's legit doubling, by the way. And I looked on Variety Vista because PCGS doesn't have anything showing without the mint mark D. But Variety Vista does have some things that they're showing that are DDRs. So we'll check that out in a little bit. Anyway, that is the collection of finds. My best nickel hunt ever at this point. Cannot complain one bit. Very, very awesome. Okay, so up on the microscope, this is one of the varieties I was looking at. Let me get that a little more plumb there. There, focused. Anyway, as you can see all the letters. I've got doubling going on. Look at that S there. Very, very cool. U's even got some doubling, so does the N. And it kind of ends there on that, which is, I don't know, funny. Funny weird, by the way. And you can see some on there with, I believe Monticello had a little bit, although that flat out looks like machine doubling, but I don't know, hard to tell. Variety Vista shows me a little bit of this, but it's not continual. As you can see, some down there on the bottom on States. Get my finger out over. There we go. Very interesting doubling going on there. I've got further research to do, but pretty cool little find, especially when it's in as good a condition as it is. Maybe on the comments, if you got this far in the video, you could say something. So here are the catalog books, and we're actually going to start with the Buffalo nickel box. We were able to use, out of the 6 Buffalo nickels, 5 of them. 4 for empty holes, and we were able to use 1 as an update. There is the 1914. Let me get that shadow out of there. Well, actually, it's the light. There we go. You might be able to actually see the 14 better here than you did on the microscope. You can kind of see it there. Very, very cool. That is my oldest one to date. The 1920 we were able to use. The 24 we were able to use. Very nice. 26 was an update. This one was in better condition than the other one. You could see all the digits on the date there. The one I had in there was missing the 1 and the 9. The 28, I guess that's going to be up here. That was also a filler. And then the 36D, that one stays in where it was. The one that I had is not as good a shape as this. In fact I've actually got to check the 36D still for variety, so I might come back and take a look at that later on. So I can hold my hand straight, which would be nice. Very cool. I love that I was able to use most of the buffalo nickels that were found. Oops, kind of going the wrong way on that. The primary book, which of course got no holes filled this time around. I'm trying to think, did I get an update there? No, I did not. Actually, I don't think I have anything. For some reason, I'm thinking I found something here. Oh, and by the way, that nice 42S that I got, this was the one I sent into PCGS that came back non-slabbed with a PVC warning on it. Very, let's just say disappointing. I guess there was nothing on here, although I could swear there was, but let's go on. The secondary book actually got a few things going here. I got that 42P, or the 43P in there. Yep, right there. Very cool. Not a spot filler, but it is an update, and I believe the was it the 48S they got? No, it was not. Was it the 53? Oh, the 53 got filled in for the secondary. That doesn't make sense, though. No, I think this is an updater. I just replaced the one I put in there and put that in there. So I should have the word update. I'll update that. Ha 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 ha. The tertiary one. And by the way, remember, this is still, just one behind the primary. For holes filled, at least. It's not as good a shape as the other ones. This one I got to fill in the 42S from the previous. I love this toner, by the way. Just a beauty. In fact, I debated whether I should take that out of the secondary. It's just a beautiful coin. I got a lot of good 42S's in coin odds. The no, 43 did not get put in there. I know the 48S, excuse me, did get put in there, and that was a hole filler. So very cool on that. And nothing on the 53. Actually, that's right. I took the one out of the secondary and left this one in there because, wow. And that's not even the right thing. That's a 52 in there. Yikes. I'm going to have to retrieve that 53 that I got because that's going to fill in there. Very interesting. Let me edit that real quick. Okay, so now I got that filled. This was a 52D that was stuck in the 53 slot. Not sure quite how that happened, but looks much better in there. In fact, that's a great looking coin. That 53 went from the secondary down to the tertiary, and that is it, update-wise. I'll have to write the word update on, well, it's not really an update, it's a hole filler. So I'll just write a new date on there. Anyway, as you can see, that one's getting filled and filled every day out. Almost done with the catalogs. This is still the tertiary one. One of my 1942s, I forgot to even look at these. The type 1s, the 42D goes right in there. So that is another hole filler, which is very, very cool. Now I think we're finished. Very cool beans. What can I say? This hunt, definitely my best ever. I can't say any more than that. 50, was it 59 total finds or 58? It's right around there. No. 57. Yep, 57 because we had 19 in the second one. Still, I do not believe we've come that close before. Didn't quite get to 60. That would have been cool. This one I am thinking is going to be a long one. Anyway, for those of you who like the long videos, well, you're going to like this one. Anybody, or if you've watched part of this, all of it, bits, whatever, I appreciate you checking in on it. Well, what's next? Next would be pennies, I believe. I don't think I have anything on the side. We don't have any vault box or PCGS orders coming in. In fact, I got to get a PCGS order out sometime here in the near future. But anyway, I'm not sure if I'll video that or not. I think we're done. This is Silver Chupacabra saying have a great week and weekend coming up. Saying adios. Have a great week. I already mentioned that. Adios.